Good morning. This is Larry Bonaroto, and this is your Morning Minute. I don't know what to do. The young restaurant manager was totally stressed out. The kitchen team was not working together. This created problems getting orders out and correctly and on time. The cooks ran out of prep items, increasing cook time. The dining room staff was upset because guests were waiting too long for their food. Their tips shrank due to these delays. The cooks complained that prepared meals were not being delivered to diners quickly enough. The manager called his boss, venting his frustration. The boss invited him over tomorrow for an afternoon chat. They sat down in his backyard. His boss said, "Look closely at that ant bed and tell me what you see." The manager looked and stated, "Some of the ants are building the anthill. Some are taking food underground. Others are attacking the beetle." The boss asked, "Where's the queen?" The manager said he assumed she was in the nest. His boss then told him to observe a squirrel as it scampered around. "What do you see?" asked the boss. He said, "The squirrel is gathering nuts and berries, taking them to a nest high in a tree." Then the squirrel is repeating this over and over again. Then he stated, "I just don't see the relevance." His boss shared that each ant had a job to do for the nest to survive. Those killing the beetle and carrying the food knew that if they failed, the ants would starve. Those building the hill knew that it was needed to protect the bed. The queen did her part by being in the background and laying eggs. Each ant had a job. Each ant did their job. He continued, "The squirrel knows there's lots of food now, but there will be none this winter if he doesn't store enough in his nest. He knows that during winter he needs to locate where he will search for food next summer. Thus he is thinking of summer all winter and winter all summer." He asked the manager, "How does this help you solve your problems?" The young manager stammered, "Like the ants, I need each team member to understand how their job affects every other team member's job. And like the squirrel, each needs to be trained how to do their job. Taken together, what must be prepared in advance makes the entire team ready to serve our diners, eliminating delays. And like the queen, I need to ensure that everything is done, but I need to remain in the background. And each person must do their job." The boss smiled, knowing that his manager now knew and understood what he must do to correct his problems and relieve his stress. And that is today's Morning Minute.